last question. I asked you to do this earlier, but I just want you to do it even more, go detailed. What do you predict will happen next in the future? You know, it's like you see it before it happens.
Cathy White's killer is going to be unveiled.
Allegedly, the song Daughter on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album.
I love that one.
It's potentially a murder confession about Jay Z's mistress, Cathy White.
Y'all won't believe the absolutely shocking bombshell that just dropped about Jay Z and Diddy. We're talking earth-shattering evidence that suggests they might be the masterminds behind poor Cathy White's tragic passing. And here's the tea. Cathy was allegedly one of Jay Z's secret mistresses, and just when she was about to spill all the juicy details to the world, she mysteriously vanished. Today, we're going to dive deep into this absolutely mind-blowing drama and uncover whether Cathy paid the ultimate price just to protect Jay and Beyonce's perfect image. And trust me, what I'm about to tell you will leave you shook. Now, let's get real for a second. Diddy's name has been tied to so many questionable incidents, it's not even funny anymore. From Tupac's passing to Kim K's adult tape scandal, Diddy's name keeps popping up like a bad penny in every major Hollywood mystery. And now, wouldn't you know it, he's been dragged into this whole Cathy White situation too. For those of you who might not know the full story, let me spill the tea about Cathy. She was this gorgeous former publicist in the entertainment industry who tragically passed away from a supposed brain aneurysm on September 1st, 2011. She was only 29, can you believe it? But hold on to your seats because here's where it gets wild. Rumor has it she was carrying Jay Z's baby. Now, this tea shocked everyone. I mean, why would Jay Z ever dream of cheating on Queen Bey? Sure, their relationship looks like a fairy tale on Instagram, but honey, let me tell you, that's far from the truth. Ever since Jay got with Beyonce, he's been caught up in endless rumors about getting cozy with other women. There have even been whispers about him having a secret son somewhere. And for many fans, Cathy White's mysterious disappearance is all the proof they need. Y'all, let me take you back to where it all started. Cathy first met Jay Z back in May 2009 at the MGM Hotel during this boxing match. Now, Cathy wasn't really big on social media back then, but her friend Claudia just couldn't help herself and tweeted about the three of them living it up in Vegas that night. After the match, Diddy and Jay threw this absolutely insane party at Club Tao on the Las Vegas Strip. And guess who was spotted in the crowd? That's right, Miss Cathy White herself. This is where things start getting juicy. Cathy was spotted having the time of her life right next to Jay. There's even this one picture where it looks like she's calling out to Jay or the woman next to him. And let me tell you, that night changed everything for Cathy. The very next year, she was all over Twitter, sharing these mysterious updates about major changes in her life. She moved to New York, hello, Jay's hometown, and landed this supposedly huge deal that skyrocketed her career. Now, between us, as talented as Cathy was, honey, you don't just get that kind of break without someone pulling some serious strings. And by someone, I mean someone like Jay Z. But sadly, before she could live her best life, everything came crashing down around her. Reports started surfacing about her alleged affair with Jay and Sheely. That brought her nothing but trouble. The person who blew this whole thing wide open was Jackie Jasper, also known as Sean Merrick or H-Bomb, on his blog, Diary of a Hollywood Street King. Now, before Sean decided to become the next Shakespeare, he was actually a rapper in the industry. Even though his music career didn't exactly set the charts on fire, his connections in the industry made all his tea seem piping hot and totally credible. I mean, this is the same guy who reported Charlie Sheen's HIV diagnosis a whole year before it went public. When it came to Cathy and Jay's affair, Jasper dropped this explosive blog post saying, "That's right. HSK has exclusively learned that Jay Z has been smashing a woman behind Beyonce's back for longer than Jay and Beyonce have even been married. And what's not so shocking is that this woman who's been sleeping with Jay is a close friend of known homewrecker Claudia Jordan. And honey, the tea gets even hotter. Turns out it was none other than Hollywood Unlock's founder Jason Lee who leaked the reports about the affair. Even people from Jay's own camp ended up confirming these rumors. There were whispers about Jay buying Cathy designer items and taking her out gambling. Talk about living the high life. The blog absolutely blew up after leaking this story. Fans were eating it up like candy, but there was one person who was not having it, Cathy herself. She sent this desperate message to the blog's owner saying, "Take me off your website and delete this story. I have reported you to Facebook as spam and as an infringement of my property." But chilly, that didn't stop the gossip train. And Cathy? She didn't exactly help herself either. She completely disappeared from social media, which had fans raising all kinds of red flags. Meanwhile, Jay was probably scrambling to save his marriage. And somehow the internet got swept up in that drama for the next year. Fast forward to 2011, and Cathy made this mysterious comeback to social media, but this time she kept everything private. But Jackie Jasper? Oh, honey, he wasn't done with her yet. He dropped another blog post saying Cathy had rebranded herself as a fitness expert, working with this super shady company owned by Carl Rudderman. You know, the guy with all those mob connections. Now, there's never been any solid proof behind these claims, but what we do know is that Jay totally lost it after that blog went live. And then, the unthinkable happened. Cathy was found unalive in her Manhattan apartment on September 2nd, 2011. The news spread like wildfire, and fans everywhere were desperately trying to make sense of it all. A lot of people pointed fingers straight at Jay Z, believing he was behind it all.
Last question. I asked you to do this earlier, but I just want you to do it even more, go detailed. What do you predict will happen next in the future? You know, it's like you see it before it happens.
Cathy White's true is going to be unveiled, and it's not a man, and that woman died screaming.
And y'all, it gets even more twisted. Remember Liz Crowan, that former journalist from Star Magazine? She was actually scheduled to interview Cathy. Girl was finally ready to spill all the tea about her affair. But when Liz called back for a follow-up, she learned about Cathy's tragic passing. And let me tell you, she was not buying the official story. Liz straight up said, "I found it highly suspicious that a seemingly healthy 28-year-old woman would just drop dead from an aneurysm." She even added, "It would have been a PR nightmare for Beyonce and Jay Z if Cathy had done a tell-all about the time they had crafted her over-the-top pregnancy announcement." But wait, it gets even crazier. Liz later tweeted, "It's only a matter of time before spirit cooking Jay Z is exposed like Diddy. There's a reason Kanye said Jay's got murkers. I would know. He's evil to the core. I pray there will be justice for Cathy White one day." And honey, Liz isn't alone in this fight. Jaguar Wright has made it her personal mission to talk about Cathy's passing. She even said that after Diddy's arrest, it wouldn't take long for the truth about Cathy to come out. And the ladies might have been onto something about Jay's involvement because Jackie Jasper came back with another bombshell. He published this explosive blog titled, "The Truth Surrounding the Death of Jay Z's Mistress Cathy White." According to his post, Cathy did not pass away from a brain aneurysm as reported. An NYPD detective told me Cathy's cause of passing is uncertain, and we're waiting on the autopsy and toxicology reports. Now, if you're wondering how Jay could possibly pull something like this off, well, let me tell you about his connections. Jay's tight with these two guys, Steve Herbie and Emery Jones, who were facing some serious charges for dealing illegal substances. And what did Jay do? He wrote a letter to the judge promising them both $50,000 a year jobs after their release. Talk about having friends in low places. But hold on to your wigs because this tea is about to get scorching. Apparently, Queen Bey herself might have had a hand in all this drama. The evidence? It's right there in her song, Daughter. Listen to these chilling lyrics. "Your body laid out on these filthy floors, your blood stains on my custom couture. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do." Chilly, that sounds like a whole murder scene. And remember how Jackie Jasper reported that one of Cathy's friends complained about her apartment being a mess? Could Bey have been referring to Cathy's apartment when she sang about those filthy floors? But the plot thickens even more. Let's talk about this suspicious timeline. Bey announced her iconic pregnancy at the VMA Awards on August 28, 2011. Just 3 days later, on September 1st, 2011, Cathy passed away. Then Blue was born on January 7th, 2012. Now some people think Blue is actually Cathy and Jay's baby, who Bey welcomed into her home.
Now, even though we saw Beyonce's bump publicly, there's a video of Beyonce sitting down for an interview and her whole stomach just deflates in the video, and it's very weird.
This is crazy.
And honestly, the pregnancy rumors were so out of control back then that Beyonce had to address them in her 2012 People interview. She said, "That was crazy. It wasn't hurtful, it was just crazy. Where did they come up with this? Now I've spilled all the tea and my head is spinning from all this drama. What do y'all think about this whole mess? Could there be any truth to these wild theories, or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because Chili, we need to talk about this."